I have many short videos with Dockstart tips, so today I'm going to do a summary of the most important ones for getting started with pump foiling. I think the easiest way to begin is by running along the dock with your hands on the board. If you've never used a foil, spend a few minutes practicing riding it with your hands. Place your hands roughly where your feet would go and ride from one side of the dock to the other. Let the board go down and then bring it back up using only the pressure of your hands. Practice the movements with one hand as well. Also, apply pressure with your hands to feel how it supports more weight depending on the speed. Put your weight on the board to check that it can support your weight. You should do these exercises in your first session and at least a little bit in your second. Before your first session, practice jumping on the board at home, on the sofa or on a bed. This way you'll avoid some bad jumps. And after the first session, it's also good to do this from time to time. This is the correct hand position, with your wrists in the middle of the board, not the palms. Before your first jump, do a couple of practice runs as if you were going to jump, but without actually jumping. This way you warm up and save yourself a couple of jumps that will surely be bad. You can see that when I take a run up, I lift the nose a little more. I don't keep the board completely flat. You can do it like this or flat, but above all, don't point it downwards, or you'll go straight into the water. You can also see how I tend to place my feet a little further back than where my hands were. Pay attention to how you do it because this initial hand position is key to placing your feet correctly from the beginning. You can also see how I place my back foot a little before my front foot to prevent the board from going straight down. Another important detail, the final support on the dock and the final jump are done with the leg that will be in front when you pump. This also helps the back foot reach the board sooner. The initial hand position is key. This board is 95 centimeters, if yours is 80 centimeters. The front hand should be practically at the corner to allow space for the front foot far forward on the board. I like to place my back hand just in front of where the mast begins. When running, press the board slightly with your hands to feel the foil working. The final jump should be a powerful forward, not upward, jump, giving it extra speed. Place both feet and remove your hands almost simultaneously. As soon as your feet touch the board, look 2 meters or more ahead. When dock starting, jump with both hands almost until your feet touch the board. Looking at the board helps me a lot. I remove my hand just before my feet touch the board. Both feet touch down almost simultaneously. Now, look ahead. When the dock is high or the mast is short, we support ourselves on the board with our fingertips. The rest is the same. Pumping on a skateboard is very similar to pumping on a scooter. On small uphills, you take weight off the board to maintain speed, and on small downhills, you add weight to the board to gain speed. In foiling, it's more or less the same, except that by taking weight off, we raise the foil. Notice how I bend and extend my knees. In foiling, I do it even more exaggeratedly and more frequently. The first thing you learn when pumping is how to take weight off the board to raise the foil. You have to try it by bending your knees and then extending your whole body. Your arms are the least important part. Let them move freely and focus on bending your legs and extending your body. Even if you release your weight correctly, the board will rise, but you'll fall because you're losing speed. That's why there's a next step. It involves shifting your weight forward on the board to lower the nose after the rise, gaining speed. This is a low aspect foil, so it looks very exaggerated. With a mid or high aspect foil, the nose of the board shouldn't rise and fall so much. With practice, you'll start to make these corrections while standing on the board, right at the moment you release your weight. On my website, www.PumpFoil.es/en, I have tons of tips and tutorials. Check them out, and above all, keep practicing. Only consistent practice will lead you to success. I'm preparing a video with the most common mistakes when learning to Dockstart. Subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss it.